I'm here now in my storage unit. I need this machine tomorrow. Let me show you. I need this machine tomorrow. And look. See that red light? It's dead. So I'm gonna see how long it take. I'll find me something to do here. And I still got some stuff to unpack that I brought. I'm just sitting here. Let me show you all the stuff I got. This is years of accumulation. Money on the shelf. Well, let me show you a gift though. See all these products right here? They were donated to me. Well, not just the Hillard stuff. Yep. Haven't really taken advantage of it because when COVID hit, I used EPA approved products. And without a dispenser, I do have a portable one, but it's just a lot. Maybe when I have some supervisors or something. Now this here yellow machine, it's an auto scrubber. I need to see why we're not using that. Then I got all this other stuff. Electric static sprayers, backpack. I invested a lot in my business. And all kind of stuff. And if I keep it organized, I see what all I got. I don't be buying stuff again. Yeah, I almost feel like I'm outgrowing it, but it seems like that each time because, like now, how it is, it's getting ready to be packed because of the account that I lost, the equipment that I had there. And then when you do new accounts, you take it there. But increasingly, a lot of clients are providing their own stuff and equipment. Some, like little accounts. So I don't really got to take stuff there, but my big accounts is where I accumulate all the stuff. And even the big account I'm waiting for a date for, I won't need to take no supplies there. All I need to take there is labor. So, but all this stuff, y'all. And I still never brought the stuff here from the office that I brought. I took them vacuums to my vacuum guy to put them together because, for one, that one I was doing, I couldn't get the handle on. And it's not that hard. I brought plenty of those. But I couldn't get it on. So I had one of my team do it for me that usually years ago would fix my vacuums. He was doing too much. I told him to stop. And I didn't even open the other box, and I just took it to my people. They have to fix it because he hammered it down. I ain't even gonna go into that, but anyway. So when that stuff come in here, I went and got keys today to an account that starts tomorrow. And with this machine was the project that we did the power wash job. We did the power wash job, and now we got a once a week account, once a week monthly account. So projects can turn into reoccurring. So you want to go and you want to do the best you can. I ain't never power washed no walls before, but I couldn't sleep till I figured it out, and I did the research, and we made it happen. So, I've done a lot of jobs scared because I ain't never did them before. And you will too. And that's how you learn. You experience a job you've never done before. So you have to test and see what you like and what you don't like. Because at first, you take any and everything. Trust me. You'll even go distance at the beginning until you learn the business, and then you start getting your own accounts and making your own choices. But until then, it's a grind. It's a grind. And start with your family and your friends. Let me share this testimony. One of my mentees who was subbing under me, well, actually, she started as she came to me as a business owner, but wasn't set up correctly. But I wanted her to make money while she learned the business, so she worked with me as an employee, and she still does. But now she got her first account. She got from her own self. Actually, she got a salon, and it was where she take her son. So kudos to Chelsea for getting her first account. So yeah, you got to get out here in these streets. Subcontract, whatever you have to do so you can learn the business, so you get your feet wet, and so you can make some money while you're trying to grow your own business. It is your business. As long as people pay you, it's your business. It don't matter where it comes from. And no, you don't work for them. You're collaborating. It's called collaboration. And with collaboration, we all grow together. We all grow together. So don't be out here beating your head about how do I get a contract and all that stuff. There's too many business owners out here that will help you get started. So when y'all say that, I be like, they ain't serious. Because if you found me, you passed a whole bunch of people before you got to me. And I'm going to tell you, it's too easy to get this money. It's just too easy. But I made a lot of mistakes along the way, which won't allow me to reap the benefits of all the hard work, sacrifice, and discipline that I put into it. That's why I'm trying to teach you guys, don't make them same mistakes. Talking about taxes today. Listen, when I get out of this tax situation, and I will, by the grace of God, I will really share this. That's why I'm sharing this journey. Because, listen, this is not federal and state taxes I'm talking about. Although, I got to pay them too. I'm talking about sales taxes. Because if you don't know my story, during COVID, I had got awarded one of the biggest construction projects ever. It was 130-something thousand square feet or something like that. And I found out in the process, I also underbidded it by $20,000. So in the process of that, and I didn't go through the COVID thing, but we did 4 construction projects at the same time. And not to mention, my janitorial clients just left their offices. Nobody ain't paid their invoices. And then the construction projects didn't pay me for 6 months. They ain't paid me for 6 months. I can't have my people wait 6 months, 30 days, over 30 days even. And then let me share, let me tell y'all about this. So, because I was so with my head down in my business, I got all these resources. There's all these organizations that had I been working on my business and not in my business. Because see, I didn't know I'm chasing the money. I'm chasing the money. I don't know about nothing else. All I know is that I'm making money. I'm with this franchise and I'm working 6 months, don't take no money down, working for free. Listen, I learned some valuable lessons. And because I started as a franchise, I didn't know nothing about no taxes and all that stuff. So eventually, I get an accountant. Through a program I went through, they tapped me into this accountant. I get this accountant. And like, he tells me, you're in Pennsylvania, you need to be set up for sales taxes. Well, I saw that the franchise charged sales tax, but I didn't do that because I didn't know what that was. Because I mimicked them at first. So he sets me up for sales tax. He don't explain to me like what that is. So in my mind, I'm thinking I left money on the table. I don't know that it's the IRS's money. The government, nobody tell me, I don't know. And then it came to a point where I could never reach this accountant, even for questions or whatever it was I was trying to reach him for, that I felt like I didn't have no accountant. So why am I keep paying on payments? I don't feel like I got no accountant. And then I found out later I wasn't making enough money for him to pay me no attention. So anyway, meanwhile, I'm still working my business. So then I get tapped into another accountant because I still know I need an accountant. I just don't know who, right? So that I can afford, because people always said, oh, accountants are so expensive. They're expensive when your books is all messed up. You got years and months that nobody did balance your books. So I get this new accountant. He says, Karen, you need to activate, because I guess I wasn't active for the years that I didn't turn in no sales taxes because nobody was doing my books. So he says, gotta activate your sales tax. Do y'all know what he did to me? No sooner than he hit that button, I was $25,000 in debt with the IRS. Soon as he hit the button, I said, oh my God, why did you do that to me? Like, we needed to talk a little more about that. I needed a more understanding of something before you just hit the button and I'm $25,000 in the hole with the IRS. Meanwhile, I still got these I skipped that. I didn't tell y'all that. I end up, because nobody paid me, I end up taking these predatory loans. 100% interest. But I ain't had no choice because I wanted to save my face. You'll never say I didn't pay you in my business. So I'm hustling, trying to find this money because, like I said, I had my head down in the business, not working on it because I didn't know what that meant. Work on your business, not in your business. What does that mean? And you know what I found out that means? You just have to trust somebody. Trust somebody that they can clean that building as good as you so you can move on and do something else like work on your business. And when I discovered that, I said, oh my God, for 10 years I had my head down chasing that money because I didn't know no better. I done took classes, I done did all this, but don't nobody tell you like the real heart of the business, like taxes and stuff. All them classes I done took, all them certificates I got. And nobody told me the heart, like to make sure I'm set up correctly. That I'm set up correctly. And I understand where the money goes before I start making money and start splurging like it's all mine. That's what people need to know, because that's step number one that makes you make mistakes and you don't even know it. Just that, chasing that money. Not knowing what the business involves or what's a business. Got an LLC. Huh. Most people got an LLC and don't even got no insurance. So they ain't even set up to do business. But it's even before that. It's even before that. Because, for one, starting as a sole proprietor when you ain't got no money and you ain't got no assets, you don't need to be an LLC yet. You take away a lot of the benefits you could get as a sole proprietor. That saves you money. Listen, there's so much to learn. I ain't even gonna go there with y'all, but I just need to say that. Because I want y'all to know what I'm struggling with and what hole I got to get out of. Because that problem can shut my business down. That's why I said protect your business. Listen, I created some forms that I'm going to use for this year that's going to help me at least pay some kind of attention to where my money is going and stuff and taxes. So if you want a copy, just DM me and I have to email it. I couldn't make it a link. So just DM me and I'll send you, just give it a try. But let me take a look and see what this machine's doing, because I ain't out working all day. Look at that. It's not even close to green. How long I been here? How long I been here? I ain't been here long at all. All right, let me start doing some of my stuff. Yeah, I start a new account tomorrow. And the project account turned into a reoccurring. So, in essence, I'll say we starting 2 accounts tomorrow. And I gotta make my caddies for there. And I'm gonna take one of those flat mop systems, the new ones I brought, which is at the office. And actually, I'm not packing nothing. I'm getting it ready. My son got to help me put this stuff on the van tomorrow. But y'all, I just feel so excited about 2026. I feel like even with my building, I feel like, I host Narcotics Anonymous meetings in the building. And It started December the 1st, and since then, each week, it's getting recognition, it's getting people, and each person or each group each time says how intimate and just peaceful it feels in the building. And I tell y'all, and I'll say it all the time, that's God's building. That's God's building. He's all up in that building. You hear me? He's all in that building. You know, with all the struggle, all the tax stuff and everything, let me pat myself on the back. I maintained that building for 3 years so far. 3 years. And I'm going to tell you, I had got a call from the IRS on Tuesday. I missed the call, but I had got the message. And the lady was like, you need to pay this bill within 3 days. I said to myself, oh my God. And look, and my accountant used to always say, they gonna shut you down. You better start paying because they gonna shut you down. I hated to talk to him because he was saying so much. It just was giving me anxiety. I was like, okay, you told me. Like, okay. Because what I'm going to do? The predatory loans is snatching my money. Listen, if I don't pay them, I have more problems. So here's my choice. My team loans. Team loans. I had to squeeze me in there for my expenses as I could. Credit getting all messed up, late on stuff. Listen, don't do it. Don't do it. And y'all, I love this chemical. It's here. I love this. It's expensive. You don't need a lot. It's EPA approved. I love it. I'm actually trying to find an alternative because it's so expensive. Yep. So what else I need? Toilet bowl cleaner. I think I might take acid for them. Yeah, because that place where I need that machine, it's like a warehouse. We do the kitchen and the bathroom. Yeah, so it's concrete and it's dusty and all that stuff. What else I need? Glass cleaner. Gloves. Yeah, so, and we done already did the deep clean in the one place, and then this one, it don't need no deep clean. It just need freshened up. So I'm gonna freshen it up real good. So I'm actually packing for 2 places. And then the one that starts tomorrow, I'm actually training an employee to take that site, to do that site. It's a small office. It's just like 4 offices, a little area, small. And a little kitchen, little area. Yeah, so. Yep, so. What else I need? Oh, I need stainless for the warehouse. Wait, where's the other kind? Alright, I need some more of that. It's this other can. This is what I always use. But it's this other kind It's in a black bottle. I forgot the name of it, but I need to get some more. Okay, I need a mop head at the one place. Don't need none there. Yeah, y'all, so y'all gonna watch me come up out of this. With the grace of God. Because if I didn't have that building, I could pay my taxes. Because now I don't owe no more loans. I don't owe no more loans except for the building's mortgage and all the expenses that come with the building. I got tenants in there. I got to pay the light, gas, water, and all that stuff. Insurance. So it's a lot, y'all, but I did it for 3 years so far. I'm gonna keep pushing and trying to hold down my cleaning business. And then God say, I need you to go help somebody. I need you to go and teach them your mistakes. I was like, what in the world? Now, how am I supposed to do that? So then I had to go get a coach for that. I know what not to do and tell you what not to do from my mistakes. That is without a doubt. But it's easy to make mistakes in this business because the money comes so fast that if you don't know what to do with it, you be going to buy some new furniture and probably new car, whatever it is, new. And it ain't all your money. But nobody tells you that. That's the most important thing to say. That's the first thing somebody should say. Are you set up correctly? And correctly meaning your taxes. Before you even get really any taxes, you need to be set up correctly. So when it comes, you know what to do. And what's yours and what's not. All right, y'all, I'm starting to ramble, but I don't know if y'all want to watch me finish packing up or what, but I just thought I'd just talk to y'all, have some company while I wait for this machine and this thing. I don't know if we're going to be able to use this. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Let me make a call, why? I can't because he ain't in his phone. Yeah, but I don't know. We ain't going to be able to use that. Now I got to think about the alternative. And guess what it is? Because somebody came to help me put this together, it's not going to be that. And it would be too much to use the little scrubbers. So guess what I'm taking? Taking that. Because, yeah, that would be nice. Because that's a auto scrubber too. It's a mini auto scrubber. And it picks up the water, which would have been perfect. But, let me see. Look at that. Let me see if it even come on. Nope, it won't even come on. It's so dead. Was here gonna look, it won't even. Won't even come on. So it did. Yeah, we ain't using that tomorrow. So I don't need to be sitting here wasting my time. And then my son feel like he's catching the flu. I want to stay away from him. And then that way he can stay home and stay in the bed. Yeah, we ain't using that tomorrow. Nope. All right, what else I need? I put that detergent back. I need that. I need 2, actually. Shoot. That's going to make us work harder. That's going to make us work harder. So now I need a mop bucket, where before I didn't need a mop bucket. Well, yes, I did, but I didn't have to use it like to mop the floor, just mop the edges and stuff, because of what the machine don't get. But, and you know what? See, the person who's going with me, that's his fault. Because when he was waxing them floors, he should have been charging that. So now we can't use it. Yep, now we can't use it. Because I can't got no sockets in this storage unit. There ain't no plugs or nothing. You see how I got it all the way out in the hallway. Oh, these dustpans, I don't use these and they just get on my nerves. Alright. And these are packets of, I told y'all about that grease cleaner for kitchens. It's called Grease Zone. This is really good too. My rep always give me a bunch of little stuff, and I try it and I like it. I'll keep getting it. All right, what else? I need a mop stick. Need a broom, both places. Let's set it up here. I have like this Swiffer, it's not, well, it's like a Swiffer, but it's a vacuum. I use it at the office even. And so this site that we're doing tomorrow can use that, where it's just like a little vacuum, but then a vacuum can pick that up. So I say that to say what? That I don't have to take mops and stuff. Yeah, so I need a mop stick. I want this kind. I need more mop sticks too. I need more mop sticks, period. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah. I just, if I do need my son to help me, I want to have everything ready so he don't gotta be out too long. Let me see. And then I want to be at the site on my way at 8 o'clock. What else? I think I got everything. And I use these because people don't read and don't know how to measure. So I invest in these. They're 3 ounces. They screw on. They screw on a gallon bottle. And what I do, when I'm making, say, like a hand bucket, I did a little too much, but I would do half of this. And then if I'm making a mop bucket, I would fill it up, and that would be the correct amount of chemical to go into the bucket. Because you gotta read. Whatever you choose to use, you have to learn it, because some chemicals, if you use too much, you can damage the surface. And some chemicals, if you don't let it dwell long enough, you ain't killing no germs. So you gotta learn your chemical, because the goal is to kill germs. All right, so I need to put these in the caddies so that we can measure the stuff. I almost forgot one of the most important things I need. Towels. So I use, blue for bathrooms. Need some both places. So I use blue for bathrooms. And I use green for all purpose. I need to take some both to both places. Yeah, I'm like packing them. I'm like, what did I? Oh, and look at this. I forgot this is battery. Look. But it only got one light, so it gets charged while we setting up everything else. And then there's one other towel. Well, no, I use yellow towels for stainless, like for elevators and stuff, so that the team don't use blue or green. They use yellow to do the elevators, and I'm taking this to one of my apartments. They need some more blue towels. And I also use these. Let me show you. I use these glass towels. These things are amazing. Love these. My team level 2. As long as you don't clean with them and use them only for windows and glass, they won't get messed up. But if they clean with them, they mess them up. So I need both of these. Yeah, so that was what I almost forgot. All right, y'all. I'm trying to go home. All right, talk to you later.